Hopefully I'm not too shiny, you know? Sometimes you just lather up too much and you end up looking like a fresh Krispy Kreme donut. Y'all know how your parents used to grease you up for school? My mom would go all in here with it, then, oh, like, ma'am, why are you assaulting me right now? We don't need this much Vaseline, this much lotion. And why are you being so rough with me? It's gonna apply. Oh, you gotta, hey, wait a minute. Back down a little bit, please. Hello and welcome back to Discovering Dez. My name is Dez and I am back at it with another video today. What was that, girl? Before we get started with this video, I want you to first remember to like, comment, and subscribe to Discovering Dez. We like seeing those numbers go up, whether it's a thumbs up or a subscriber. I appreciate them both, and even if you leave comments, even better. Alright, so a lot of y'all have been asking me about new videos. Sanders, what's going on? When's your next video coming out? What is it gonna be about? I don't know. Well, I have a few ideas. I've had a few ideas over the past few weeks. I've sat in front of this camera and recorded things, and I just wasn't feeling it. It was only one video, actually. It wasn't like the video wasn't good, but I feel like it was really extra, and I was like, you know what, no, we're not gonna do that. But I am going to touch on some things that I talked about in that video in this video. So this video is more so gonna be like just a life update with what I got going on right now, just checking in with myself almost, or checking in with you guys. Drop down in the comment section and let me know how your life is going, like what's going on with school, how's work going, because we all need somebody to talk to sometimes, even if it's a stranger. Sometimes some of the best conversations that we can have come from people that we just don't know that well. Okay, so I wanted to almost title this video The Good, Bad, and the Ugly, but the bad isn't that bad, but it's bothering me. We'll get there. We will get there. We use the phrase the good, the bad, and the ugly in numerous ways. It's also a strategy that a few of my therapists in the past have employed, where like when we first meet, we go over the good things since we last met, the bad things, and the ugly or just low down, not so fun things to talk about that you would inevitably have to dig down to the good. I've been doing a lot more social events the past few weeks, whether that's going solo or with a friend. I've really been getting out there. Alright, so this is my third time recording this, so try to get through it. I'm gonna get through it. We'll see if my camera makes it through it. She acting up. So going back a few weeks into September, we ended up going to a Sofar concert. If you don't know what Sofar is, Sofar stands for Songs from a Room. It's kind of like a concert ticket lottery service. You have to sign up for tickets and apply or whatever. And then they email you and let you know if either you made it in or you didn't. But the catch is you don't know who's performing, you really don't know where it is. Like they'll give you the city and like the neighborhood, but they don't tell you specifically where the venue is. Like this venue could be a bar, a brewery, anything like that with an open space, even to being someone's home. Like if you have a big enough house that can hold a crowd that they're trying to attract, you can apply to host your home as a venue or whatever. And that was a great night. Then move on to October. October 1st, I went to the Igor concert with Tyler, the Creator, Blood Orange, and Gold Link. That was the first concert that I've actually been to alone. And when I tell you, I had a great time. Of course, in traditional Dez fashion, there were little instances I'm like, good God, what did I do to deserve this? Why am I in this place? This is actually what the video that I mentioned before was about. That video was too much, like to tell somebody, and I wasn't gonna tell y'all about it. All my friends have heard about it, but I'm not gonna tell y'all about it. Actually, I'll give you a little tea on it. I like to be aware of my surroundings. Some people would call me nosy to a degree. I like to know I'm good. If I'm good, you good. If we not good, we just not good. I just want to make sure we're all good. So I'm doing my general environment check-in, just looking to see what's going on around me. I see these guys in front of me. They're doing whatever. I'm not even gonna tell you what they were doing, but they were doing something that I don't think they should have been doing at the concert. Yeah, and then they have a friend. Interesting thing about their friend was, I saw they were rocking side to side, and I was like, yeah, I'm feeling the beat too. Like, I was like, yeah, okay. But then I saw him go like this. There's a lot of people out here going side to side, swaying and having a good time. But I don't see too many rocking forward to back. He rocked forward to back one more time, and then he collapsed. He folded like a cheap funeral home chair. Like, just fell, and I was like, what happened? So the guy in front of him feels the boy fall. So he turns around, picks him up. Like, he has him by the shoulders, and he's like, somebody help me. Like, somebody help me carry him out. And everybody around there is lit. And I'm just like, I'm not on y'all's level. So I'm like, okay, so I gotta be the adult here. It's like, okay, cool, I got you. I pick up his ankles and we carry the guy out. Make sure he's good or whatever. I go back to the concert. God bless her. I never saw her the rest of the night, but I hope she's okay, and I hope everybody's okay. All right, and then last night I ended up going to Drag Woo. Drag Woo is a drag show that Winthrop puts on every year. I was at Winthrop for 4 years and never went. It was a really fun night. The only reason I really went, and this is no shade, but the only reason I really went was to see Jasmine Masters. I saw that Jasmine Masters was hosting Drag Woo at my alma mater. It was free, and you don't think I was gonna be? I went and saw the Anti-Oop Queen herself, and I had a great time. Jasmine has her moments where she says some things that I don't really get with, but I do enjoy her persona and her brand of comedy. If you don't follow Jasmine Masters on Instagram or YouTube, go over and search her name and you can make that happen. I've just been trying to get out more, be more social, do new things, try new things. I went to a club last week by myself, and that was interesting. I had a good time there. See, the bad. See, the thing about the bad is it's not really bad, but I feel a way about it. Work is a lot. And it's not even just because I'm a teacher or what I teach. Working as an adult is a lot. It's stressful, it's tiring. There's not enough hours in a day, no matter how many hours you put into work. Like, you want to do good and you want to be efficient and all that, but life really does get in the way. Don't get me wrong, I love what I do, but what I do is hard. But it's just like there's always something going on. Working's a lot. Keep me in your prayers. I just wish there were like 3 more hours in the day and 2 more days in the week. And I think anybody watch this video and they know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody, and they can get a hand on a clock, get a couple hours added to the clock, or get a few days added to the week if they're down to the ugly. My anxiety seems to be shifting, and it's an odd shift. It's not that my symptoms are changing, it's just how, trying to figure out what's the best approach to deal with certain things. And if you know me, I've always identified as more so a sensitive person, but I've really found myself just letting little things get under my skin, and I really don't like it at all, because I like to think of myself as a confident person, as a resilient person. But then again, there are just some things and some people that they just get right under there, and I'm just like, what is it? And how can I address it so that I don't take everything offensively? Because I know a lot of people don't really mean any harm when they say certain things. One beautiful thing that I found while trying to dig through my anxiety about my responses to people and how I internalize a lot is a resource called The School of Life. The School of Life, I think they have books, they have an Instagram, they have a YouTube and all of that. But on their YouTube, they have so many videos on psychology and different things that people are trying to address in their lives and work on. like trying to find partners, how we operate in the world, how we show up based on our childhoods and the different things that we experienced. And just thinking about all of that in conjunction with how I can sometimes take offense to things or just internalize things that aren't necessarily there. It goes back to how I responded to things in childhood and how people responded to me when I was a child. And I just think it's wild how those behaviors and responses are so ingrained in us that they show up 15, 16 years later, and you're like, where's this all coming from? But when you look really closely, it's where you came from. Like, all the things that we experience as children stay with us and shape us in such a way that we don't really realize until it becomes an issue where we have to address it. One thing that I found really interesting recently is like, I don't know if you'd call it reparenting therapy, but it's really just going back and looking at your childhood and addressing those moments where you didn't feel heard, or you didn't feel supported, or you just didn't feel okay, or things happened to you that weren't okay, and you're just like, how can I support my younger self to set my present self in a better place? Because a lot of the times when we respond in anger, when we respond in frustration, or respond with anxiety, we're responding in those same ways that we responded as a child, like I said before. So when we are able to address what we went through as children and how we felt, we're able to see how we can respond differently in the present. And I wish a lot of us would take the time to do those things, because there's so much angst, so much hate, and so much negativity in the world, and I feel like it can all be solved by just taking a look inside and seeing, what can I do to better support myself so that I know how to treat others and know how to respect others and create those safe places and boundaries for people. It helps me realize that I'm going to be okay. That a lot of us are going to be okay no matter what we're going through. We have the ability to change, we have the ability to be better, and we have the ability to grow. This video wasn't even supposed to go into all of that. That's really what's going on with me. If you have any advice or anything that you'd like to share, drop down below. If you have any thoughts or comments on anything I said, drop down below and share it. If anything just resonated with you, feel free to comment. I like talking to people. Well, like talking to most people. I want to engage with my subscribers and followers. I want to learn more about you guys, and I just want to be able to build that bridge of transparency to where I can also continue to be open with you guys. Yes, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Discovering Dez. My name is Dez, and I'm out.